Hello everybody. Firstly, if you could like and subscribe and support my channel, that'd be very nice of you. But here's the review of AEW Rampage and Dynamite. Week commencing October 30th, and Rampage for the week prior. We get it later here in England. So I'm just gonna start with Rampage this time. So it starts with Moxley versus Daddy Magic in a really good match, tough match. But obviously Moxley wins. Moxley is not gonna lose to Daddy Magic. And after the match, Moxley was called up by Lee Moriarty. He wants a piece of Moxley, and Moxley obliged. Then we had Keith Lee versus yeah, I'm getting tongue-tied. Pentago, sorry. I've had a long weekend, a rough weekend, so Pentago. It was literally a squash match. Keith Lee wins like in 2 seconds. Then the Acclaim comes out basically saying they're looking for Billy Gunn because they can't see Daddy Ass. And then a cut screen comes out and it's Swerve who's basically kidnapped Billy Gunn and has held him for ransom. So yeah, crazy. Then we had Ty versus Madison Rayne in a really good match. Ty won. And then we had a really good promo backstage from Ethan Page. Now, I think Ethan Page is one of the best on the mic, really underrated. He's good in the ring as well. They need to give him some kind of title because I think he deserves it. He's doing some really good work. So all props to Ethan Page, and hopefully he gets something soon. Then in the main event of Rampage, it's time. It was Wardlow versus Matt Taven in a physical match, back and forth match, but in the end, Wardlow wins. Wardlow's world. Then we move on to Dynamite. Week commencing October 31st. It starts with Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal, because obviously there was an altercation the other week. Really good match, but there was interference. Jay Lethal won, and then we now have a new signee, a new person added to AEW, and his name is Jeff Jarrett. He basically comes out and just calls out the whole industry. So go and watch the promo, it's pretty good. Then we had Moxley call out Lee Moriarty, saying basically it's on, let's go. And then it was Moxley versus Lee Moriarty. Really good match. Go and watch it. Really solid match. But in the end, obviously, Moxley wins. Then we had Saraya. Basically, she must be in a cut scene, a sit-down interview with Saraya, Britt Baker. But Britt didn't turn up. So that was that. Then the Acclaim basically threw a birthday party for Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. And they also talked about how he wasn't invited to the reunion of D-Generation X, which was quite funny. And then the firm came down, it turned into a big brawl, and then FTR came out, and FTR basically was looking at your titles like, yeah, we want that next. So we'll see what happens there. Then we had Chris Jericho versus Colt Cabana in really solid good match, but Chris Jericho for the ROH World Championship, which Chris Jericho defended. Again, after the match, the JS came out, started to beat down the ROH commentator, because Jericho said he wants to eviscerate everybody who's linked to ROH. And then the BCC come up to defend the commentator. Then we had Luchasaurus versus Ray Phoenix in a really good match versus Orange Cassidy. In the end, Jungle Boy came out as well for the assist, and Cassidy wins. Then we had Rick Ross was there, basically. Rick Ross was there. He was there with Swerve, talking about a match. And they want them two to work together, so we see what happens. Then we had Marina versus Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship, which Jade won. But in the main event, it was Joe versus Brian Cage in a really good match, solid match. But your winner was Joe in a really good match. Well, thank you very much for listening. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Take care.